Test, test. The game audio down. Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna hold the thing. So, I want to keep this a little bit brief just because we are interrupting one of two available setups in the booth, but okay, so just going to talk briefly about what's going on, what's new, what's happened since 0.9.2 for you guys. So you saw the trailer, we showed 3 resprites in there. But what you didn't see in the trailer is all the other kind of stuff that we've been doing behind the scenes, improving the game, adding features to it, working on the engine, the way things control, making everything feel and look better. Some of that you might have already picked up watching the gameplay. We've revamped several characters. Goku, Crash Bandicoot, Falco a little bit along with his resprite. There's been a lot of changes to Shantae, changes to Ness and Lucas, making their upbeats function better. Ashley's gotten a whole overhaul. So a lot of characters getting touch-ups. Right now I'm going to show you some Falco. I know you guys have been wanting Falco. I wouldn't turn it off completely. Just low, very low. Alright, so basically, these are the new Falco sprites. He's looking gorgeous. What we did with Falco, really not that different from what was already there in 0.9.2, just kind of touched up the balance as we went along. But he's very much designed after Melee. So if I do like Shine, Shine's going to pop them up with hit stun. Down air is going to spike, true spike. Even like attacks that we changed, such as neutral air, forward air, got changed to like their ultimate versions. Even those we kind of designed with Melee Falco in mind and just kind of updated those moves to the more modern moveset. So I'll show you some examples here, like what neutral air looks like with, it kind of operates like Melee, being a combo tool, but using the 2-hit move. So I'll show you a little bit of that. And final smash.
You want to go back and change the rule, like fix the rulings?
Yeah. Let's actually get final smashes out of here. Oh, we can't. We are stuck in a 20 life match. Alright, so...
no pausing?
No, we turn pause off for the boost. But yeah, everything from like Falco's laser to Shine is all Melee focused overall, but just with a little bit more modern touch up. We've also toned down things a bit in Melee regards. Down air is not as crazy as it is in Melee. If you sweet spot it, you will get that one-shot spike kill, but it's not as fast. It doesn't have as little end lag, doesn't have as much hit stun. It does have a late hit that doesn't spike. Just generally harder to use in the neutral. You got to kind of get the sweet spot in order for it to work the way it would in Melee. Shine as well has been toned down a bit with the hit stun. Lasers, a little bit more start lag, a little bit more end lag. A little bit harder to short hop them the right way consistently. And a little bit less hit stun. just to make it less oppressive of a tool. But in return for that, he's got the full ultimate recovery. He can do side B into up B. He's got new neutral air, forward air, and up tilt, which are all really good. And his up air in this game is actually strong, unlike the melee one that just kind of doesn't do anything. So. Alright, get rid of those 6 stocks, we'll get out of here. Alright, so we're going to get off Falco for now. I just kind of wanted to show, you guys already know how Falco works and everything, but I just want to show you the sprites a little bit. And then once we open this back up to be a public setup again, I'll hop on here and play Falco so you can see it in action. But for right now, we're going to move on to some other features. Yeah.
And also, I don't know why my sprints.
The winner is piece of cake.
So we've also done a lot to improve controls for this game. Add more features, more ways to customize it to how you want to play the game. So we've added, like recently we added macros, which for those of you who don't know what that is, that's when you can press a combination of buttons to achieve, some specific effect consistently. So a good example of this is short hopping. In Smash Ultimate, you can press, I believe it's both jump buttons at the same time, and that will always give you a short hop, never a full hop. And things like that are really useful for being more consistent. So what we've done is we've implemented that as well as several other macros by assigning them to the walk button. So the walk button, or the walk modifier, it didn't do anything when you had analog controls. It would just delete whatever input you had on it. But now it allows for macros. So as an example, if you set, let's say you set X to be a walk button, and you set Y as a jump button, if you pressed X and Y at the same time, you would end up getting a short hop every time. This also allows you to put macros on a single button. You could set walk button to Y and jump button to Y, and now whenever you press Y, the game's going to recognize that as a walk jump, which is a short hop. This also works for preventing roll dodges or the shield tilting macro. So if you set walk and shield both to be the R button, then when you're holding R, you will not be able to roll dodge or spot dodge. You'll only be able to tilt your shield. So you could set your R button up that way and then set your L button as a regular shield. That way, when you want to focus on your shield tilts, you can press R without having to worry about getting any roll dodges. We did this as well for final smashes. If you have a walk modifier set on let's say your B button, then when you have your final smash ready, pressing B will give you your neutral special instead. So this allows you to set up your controls however you want, so that when you have your final smash available, you're not always forced to use it when you press neutral special. And it's up to you how you want to customize that and make it work for the way you like to play it. So let me show you a little bit of that right now. Just give me, for a walk, make it X, or no, give me walk 1. And walk 2. And that's it, 3 dodges. So what I just did there is I set X to be a walk button, and I set R to be a walk button, without changing any other controls. So what I like about the way we did this here is rather than putting the macros on specific inputs and forcing it to be that way, it's just part of your controls with the walk modifiers, so you can customize your macros to be any way you want them to be. So let me show you right now. Let's see. So if I press, let's do it this way. So if I press Y and I hold it down, I can get a full hop. If I tap it, I can get a short hop. Now if I press X, even if I hold it down, I will only get a short hop. That's because I have walk button and jump button set on X. Now similarly, I'm going to show you the shield. I'm not going to be able to hold the mic at the same time, but you'll see it. So if I'm holding L right now, I can roll dodge, I can spot dodge. That's because L button is only assigned to shield at the moment. R button is assigned to shield and to walk. So right now I can't roll dodge, I can't spot dodge. It's not possible. So it's a good feature to customize your controls and like get certain things to be more consistent. So let's move on to the next thing we've done controls wise. So you guys are all familiar with the air dodge system, obviously, where you can switch between different styles. You might have already seen it on stream. I know it got picked a couple times, but we are revealing the ultimate air dodge. So it's another option right here in air dodge settings that you can also set as a global setting under options. And this was designed to function just like it does in ultimate. So everything about it, from doing your in-place air dodge that functions like a brawl dodge, to doing your moving one that's kind of similar to a melee dodge but different. We've designed all of that, and we've looked at our melee dodge and our brawl dodge as well and kind of balanced around it so that the brawl dodge is way more effective than Smash Ultimate's kind of version of the brawl dodge. And of course the melee dodge is much better than the moving ultimate dodge just naturally. So we wanted to preserve the idea that each air dodge is a good and unique option on its own, and they're all balanced to pick from while we implement this. So let me show you this a few times. So that was an ultimate dodge. Got a lot of lag just like it does in ultimate. See, I'm mashing up air right now. It's also got lots of land lag. Like, I'm gonna hold buffer shield. It also has that same initial, get sent in the opposite direction kind of slingshot effect to it, which is possible to waveland with. And then if you do it without a directional input, you'll get basically a brawl dodge that has more lag on it than if you pick the brawl option. But yeah, that's basically the gist of it. So now you can choose the ultimate air dodge in Crusade 0.9.3. So speaking of Ultimate, another feature we've added in that comes from Ultimate is the parry. So you guys, if you're familiar with the parry, or if you're not, it's basically what it is. When you release the shield, you'll notice Mario flash white. And in the future, we'll be implementing actual sprite animations for a parry. But for right now, it's just that visual cue. Now, during that time, if an attack hits you, you'll parry it. So you'll shrug off all the damage, knockback hit stun. You'll lock that opponent into the hit lag of that attack, plus some extra hit lag. And you yourself will get to act after, I believe it's like 9 frames or something. So that allows you to counter attack pretty much anything. Do like a forward smash. Oh. Oh, okay. Alright, we're bad at demonstrating this, but parries. Alright, somebody messed up the controls on this, so. Okay, we'll get back into it now. But yeah, the parry works just like it did in Ultimate. Now, if you're wondering Perfect Shield, basically what we did there is we left Perfect Shield in, but we took out its ability to basically do what parry does, where you would Perfect Shield an attack and then you could immediately drop your shield laglessly. That is no longer a function of Perfect Shield because parry takes that role. What Perfect Shield does still do is cancel out shield damage you would receive and reflect projectiles, which parry cannot reflect projectiles. So, go ahead and do a forward smash. Okay. There it was, there's a parry. Do it again. Do it one more. And then I'll try a perfect shield this time, or do a PK fire. So you see the perfect shield's still useful for reflecting things, but other than that, the parry's generally the better move. Alright, so another feature we've added for those interested in controls, if you're in the options controls, you'll see where it says smash type, click through them. We've added some new ones. Okay? Tilt button, tilt stick. So these are going to work kind of like how smash button or C stick works, but using tilts. So if you set up tilt sticking, your C stick will do only tilts. If you set up tilt button, that's more for PC users. You have that whatever directional you press while pressing the tilt button, and you'll get that direction of a tilt. No. Well, you know what? Put it on. Put tilt stick on. And then that's it. I'm just gonna show you that real quick. I mean, it's pretty basic. I'm sure you get the idea, but I'll show you here how it works. Yeah, we'll go over like a real brief character redesigns kind of thing.
3, 2, 1, go!
Alright, so he's going to show you right now. He has C-Stick turned on. And now with the other controller where we have tilt stick turned on. So for those of you who like the tilt sticking feature in official games, you have it available here now. Alright. Take that back.
No contest.
So what else is there? We've been working on new music. You've heard some of that. New stages are in the works. We're actually going to have one of them available tomorrow. We'll be on stream. Actually, no, I can put it on right after this. Right after I'm done here, I'll enable it. So you guys will see a new stage today. And we have one more that we'll hopefully be showing tomorrow or Sunday. We'll see. Other than that, it's been a lot of improvements to the engine, improvements to the way things show up in the game, graphics, just smoothing things out, making it a better game. We've revamped some characters. So let's see, as Ashley as an example. Start here. So we changed the way a couple things work. Her neutral B, for example, used to be a stun. Now it's kind of Scorpions get over here. Another thing we've done, which plays right in with how that special works, is change the way her down special works. So you'll see it in just a second. Yeah, PK fire.
3, 2, 1.
So that is now a teleporting counterattack. Any projectile that hits it, you'll teleport to that thrower and attack them back. And it's designed for like combo follow-ups. So we kind of leaned fully into Ashley as a combo trickster character. So we wanted to keep her feeling like a mage, like a trickster, but we also wanted to lean fully into that aggressive rushdown combo playstyle she's always had. so now she has new ways to close the gaps, basically. Her side B still works the same, and her up B still works the same. Other than that, her aerials have changed just a little bit. New neutral air. Then there's a new up air as well. And this one can be extended. So if I just tap it versus if I hold it, you can actually use the held version to hover and keep a hitbox going, or you could use the tap version for just like a quick hit. Another big change she's got is her down air. So what this does now is send a projectile down. You'll see the stars. And the stars pop upwards, her wand pops downwards. And the star also follows her momentum in the air as she moves side to side. And it stays out for some time. So you can use this to kind of slide the stars along the ground and hit somebody that way. And if they hit her wand, they'll be sent right back downwards again. And you could use that to like tech chase or something like that. But you can also get creative and try to get a single hit where you hit them only with the wand without them hitting the stars on the way down, and that would result in a spike. Or hitting them with the stars, but being out of the way so that they don't hit the wand on their way up would result in you being able to start an aerial juggle. So I'll show you a little bit of that right now. Just a little taste of some of the tricks she can pull off with that now. So you combine those kind of cool new moves with the special moves I've shown you before, and she's become a lot more interesting of a character. I almost forgot about the up smash. Hold on.
There we go.
So now she can put one right above her head and it follows her around. It activates as soon as it touches someone, but it can also be destroyed by attacks. And there it is. So it's basically a protective kind of move now. She can throw it over her head to help deal with opponents in a lot of different ways. She can also try to combo into it, go for grabs and throw into it. She can try to down air people and send them up into it, forward air or up air and then jump into them, things like that. But certain like disjointed attacks, like a Marth coming in with a forward air or something, that will destroy it as well as hit her. Go ahead and quit the game. Alright, so that's all we're going to show for that character today. Alright, so Ness and Lucas got a lot of changes as well. Mostly with like their up special. That was kind of the big thing. It didn't really work the way it was supposed to before. Remind me some of the changes.
I mean, we just made the ball like more control, hitting yourself. Like, remember when you go flying and then you get hit by the tail and you save yourself? Stuff like that.
Alright, so this stuff will be hard to demonstrate, but some examples would be the tail of up B. The tail of up B now having hitboxes on both Ness and Lucas, the way this is supposed to. And what this can actually do, besides being able to hit opponents, of course, it can actually help Ness and Lucas during recovery. So if you were in the middle of spinning your up B and an opponent knocked you out of this first part of up B, right now what you see where Ness is, if he was to get forward smashed and sent straight towards that streak, in console smash he would hit the tail and his momentum would get stopped. This has been added to Crusade, so it makes their recovery generally safer, harder to edgeguard. But it also makes it a bigger projectile for opponents to be dealing with. We've also just fixed how it feels traveling, how the ball moves, how it works. Go ahead. Yeah, it just generally feels better. So like little quality of life things to make their recovery work smoother. I don't know, you were the Nessa Lucas.
Where they would shock themselves as soon as it started out of the thing, or that was like
That was experimental to get that to work.
that's pretty much it. Lucas' momentum, like stopping himself.
Alright, yeah, that's basically it for them. We just wanted to highlight that like little recovery change.
No contest. Survival.
I'm going to show a little Goku now. You guys have seen a lot of that already, I'm sure. But let's jump into it into more detail.
Goku.
You're that color now.
Three, two, one, go.
He's gotten a lot of changes across the board. New down tilt, new forward smash. Yeah, you can see him doing it there. But some of the more major things, you can see he has a meter now. And this meter shows Super Saiyan mode. So down B charges it. And then once you're in, it powers up a lot of your stuff. And, your jab, that's the new jab when you're in. You get these new effects on all your attacks, a lot of extra power. Yep, new taunt. And of course, you get that special down B just like you used to. Oh. Kamehameha. Kamehameha that can be angled, up, down. It can be done in the air. It can be teleported by pressing Z. Those Super Saiyan do that. So just like before, where when you were in Kaioken, you could press down B for a Kaioken attack. Now when you're in Super Saiyan, you can press down B for this long string, which ends in a pretty powerful meteor. Forward air also has 3 hits now. There you go. Yes. No, it's only... So the previous forward air is now the final hit of a 3-hit combo. So yeah, that's basically it. I mean, the key thing here is the meter there, so that means that now we'll be able to do that going forward. So over time, we'd like to start adding meters to a lot of different characters to help show how their different mechanics work. Another character with a lot of changes is Crash Bandicoot. We kind of just wanted to make him more fun and interesting, more wacky and crazy kind of play style. So his crates are much more interactable than they were before. That's kind of the big design change for him. So they can knock each other around, they can be knocked around by different attacks of his, as well as some attacks of other characters, although that's a bit rare. But he now has ways to control where his crates are on the stage, and kind of turn them into projectiles on the fly as well. So if I throw a crate right now, first of all, there's a tilt and a smash throw. So the tilt throw versus the smash throw, you can see the distance is huge. Now, what he can also do is with this spinning, the crash spin, if he does that right on a crate, he'll pick it up. And it'll actually whirl around him, and it's still an active hitbox while it's doing that. And then he'll throw it. And he can move while this is happening. So for a short time, he can kind of control where it's going to end up going. This allows him to turn crates on stage into projectiles. Now another thing you could do is in the later parts of his spin, he can actually push crates. Like that. So that just pushes them around. Now, he can also push crates using his down B. So you kind of see the crazy effects that makes. Crates can also push each other. So if I throw a crate right now, see, they all push each other around. So now I could shoot this one into the other one, send that one off the stage, and that edge guards someone. And then pick this one up, throw it that way.
They want to know if he can get hurt by his own crates.
Yes. Yep. Still gets hurt by his crates, same as before. We did play around with the design of, what it would be like if he can't get hurt by his own crates, and it was just too strong. I mean, yeah, not having to be afraid of them at all, being able to walk through them, just was way too powerful for a character who can already manipulate them so well. Yeah, the Nitro, they all hurt him. We did reduce the chances of pulling a Nitro crate as well as the chances of a TNT crate, just so they'd be less prolific in matches. We also toned down the knockback of those a bit. They're still really strong, but just not as crazy as they were before. Down B's gotten a lot of improvements. You can now press the direction opposite of what you're facing to just quick turnaround. And you can also get out quicker. You see the lag here is a lot less than it used to be. And the lag, there's no longer additional lag for firing a shot. You fire a shot and you can get out pretty quick. Let's see. I think the only other move that changed very significantly would be dash attack, which now it pops on hit. Pops like he jumps. You can combo a lot of stuff off of that. Well, that didn't work, but hold on. Oh no. Why is that not working? Okay. Apparently I need to adjust that. There we go. Alright, but basically you go for follow-ups with dash attack. Yeah, I think that's basically it. So he's gonna be, he was already like pretty dependent on crates, but now it's gonna be his central mechanic. There is a short time when he throws them that they can't hurt him. Like you see that, it passed right through Crash. Do it again, passed right through me. But after that, they activate and then they can hurt him. The tilt throw, because of that, is actually really good for setting up a projectile style throw, which I'll show right now, where basically you jump forward, do a tilt crate throw, and immediately do your neutral B. So that, oh. No, that's not it. Well, apparently I'm bad at it. Hold on. There it is. Alright, now I got it. Oh, or I could do that. But yeah, you throw while moving forwards, and that allows you to quickly get into your neutral B. Yeah, we're gonna move on to the next character. Alright. Okay, let's see. Sonic's gotten a lot of changes. Then after this, we'll show Shantae changes, and that's basically gonna wrap up character changes, or at least like big notable ones. Obviously, all characters are constantly getting adjustments, improvements, balancing changes, but these are just the ones we want to highlight that are getting significant changes. Oh, that's something.
No contact. Survival.
the main thing that's been done with Sonic is changing his side B, and this kind of changed his entire playstyle really. So side B is now this dash move. So if you see this blue aura glowing on me, that represents charge level, and there's several charge levels. I think 3 levels to this. Oh, yeah, there's blue and then yellow and then red. So I'm gonna do a side B right now. I'll show you what blue looks like. If I press side B right now, it does nothing. Or when I don't have the aura, I should say. Now you can build this up just basically by fighting, but you can also do, if you press Z in the air, you'll do air taunts, and these actually build up your aura, as well as giving you like a short stop effect in the air, a little bit of like a hover.
Stop is only vertical.
So basically each charge level represents one use of side B. It doesn't become a stronger and stronger move. It's how many uses of the move you have stored up. You can also do these air taunts just by pressing taunt buttons. And this side special is fully cancelable. You can cancel it into pretty much anything. So like I'll do side special grab right there. I'll do that again. See a side special into grab. Could also do like side special up smash or something. Now your momentum does stop completely as soon as you cancel. So it's actually kind of hard to do it accurately, but it opens up a ton of options for Sonic. Already a really mobile character, now being able to do that. You can go into aerials with this, smash attacks, grabs, anything.
Is it more efficient to earn charge by combat or by taunt air taunt?
More by combat. Taunt is just kind of, it gives you like a little bit, but really just by fighting and by over time, it builds up. But the air taunts are cool to like kind of throw in the middle of a combo. Killing your vertical momentum can help you keep strings going. It can also help with edge guards, recovery, all of that. Yeah, I had it at a yellow. Other than that, it's just small changes, like a new dash attack. It's a really good attack. Covers a lot of space, multi-hit. New down tilt, which is very quick and it pops them up into the air for combos. New down air, which is a very quick stomp instead of the drill that was there before. Oh. So you see how that's like a combo move. It's meteors, so of course you could use that off stage to kill somebody. And that was a side B into down tilt. But you get the gist. That's basically how Sonic has changed this demo. Alright, so we're going to move on to Shantae. Alright. So with Shantae, we basically found that the transformations were being underused. Most players just find it best to stay in human form all the time. So to counteract that, we've done a little bit of nerfing to human form. Oh wow. Yeah, I think I just got to restart the game. Yeah, a little bit of nerfing to human form and a lot of buffing to the animal forms to kind of encourage using them more. And we've also tried to really hone in on design directions with each animal so that they are not forms that are something you want to just go into and remain in all the time. We basically want each form, including human form, to be its own unique thing with its own uses in the meta. So that way you're encouraged to switch back and forth between them on the fly. That was always the design philosophy for Shantae. but the idea would be that you'd be switching between all 4 forms throughout a match. So what we've done to human Shantae is kind of tone down her combo game a lot and tone down like forward air still combos into itself at low percents but not at high percents, and we took away the lasting hitbox into that like late weak hit that could combo into everything. So that's less dominating of a move. Up tilt's still a good combo tool because it's kind of slow. Her throw's been nerfed a little bit. I believe it was like down throw was. Her, hair whips have been added end lag to them. Just basically making this form less oppressive, because what this form always had going on was that it could kind of do everything. It could do combos, it could do zoning, it could do, in projectile play, it could do recovery. I mean, like, she could do everything in this form. So we took away combo potential because we want that to be reserved more for Monkey and for Harpy. As for her special moves, to that end, up B also can no longer be canceled into attacks. So you can't use it as a combo starter anymore. And her down B, it's just been edited to be a bit more fair. Like, the amount of time they stay out is less, and I think the damage was reduced, and they're easier to kill. Like, their HP, I think, was just put at 1 now. Just do like a jab. Yeah, they have 1 HP now. Projectiles can break them. So it's just less oppressive than it was before, but still a very good move. So for the transformations, I'll start with Harpy. So for Harpy, we've added the ability for this glide with Z, which can also be reverse direction by just pressing Z and the other way, which kind of allows for like a aerial dash dance you can see me doing here. This helps Shantae with her approach because, or at least Harpy, because previously, like, yeah, she had great aerials, but she had no good way to get in with them. Side momentum's not that crazy, but now with the dash, that gave her a way to get in, but you could see it coming and just hit her out of it. Now she can approach, fake out, and come in. So that's what we did with Harpy. Harpy didn't need much because it's already a very good form. Monkey, we gave that dash attack, the Monkey Bullet. We've also now put on the Z input, and it can be done in the air, like how Nega Shantae does her side B. This gives Monkey a little more versatility. And I'm going to die. We've also improved Monkey's tilts a bit, just made them better. Up tilt comboing into itself. Side tilt leading into down tilt. We've kind of made down tilt more of a horizontal knockback move, so you can follow it up. What else? That's down tilt, and then jab leads into up tilts. You get a jab and then you run forward. It's possible to make that connect, or you could do like jab into side. Well, it's Nega Shantae side B, but you could do jab into Monkey Bullet. Hold on. Works at low percents. Up tilt into it. So it just gives Monkey more room to play around with, more uses. And then for the Elephant, he's got super armor on all those smash attacks now. And he's got a new aerial. So it's no longer the one it was before. He now does this. So it doesn't cause him to go rocketing downwards. We've also put a berry on down smash, so you see that. And that lets you now get an up smash or a side smash. So this should hopefully make Elephant a stronger character. Alright, so that's basically Shantae. Alright. So that's just some of the changes we've been doing. There's a lot. I'm sure I've missed some things or forgot some things. Going along with tilt sticking, there's actually name tag options for that now as well. With all the questions that name tags ask, they'll also now ask you if you want C stick, tilt button, or smash button. So you can assign those to your name. He's going to demonstrate that for you now. So you've got the usual. So first thing that pops up now is this option. So you can put tilt stick on your name tag. And then it asks you the normal A smashing, tap jump, and then the walk type for keyboard players. Now, of course, remember, if you're playing on analog, it will automatically be set to analog no matter which one of those you pick. One last quick thing before I open this booth back up to the public. We've added a few new options to training mode. So in training mode, you now have a Final Smash button, which makes your Final Smash available to you, so you can practice combos with your Final Smash or seeing what it does or anything else you want to do with that. Other than that, we've added some new CPU types. So we now have Neutral Special and Smash Attack, which will just make the opponent keep on doing that input. So if you wanted to practice like your projectile power shields, you could set Mario to constantly be shooting fireballs with this. Or if you wanted to practice your parries, Yoshi will keep forward smashing. Well, I got the first try. Oh, and he got me. Alright, so that's what we've added to training mode. This should hopefully help you guys with practicing all kinds of techniques the way you want to. Alright. So at this point, I'm going to open this back up to the public, and when they come back on, there will be a new stage on the stage select screen. Alright, enjoy the stream.
No, but you're not touching.
Survival. Chun-Li. Shadow. Dante. Three, two, one, go! Super! No contest. Survival. Survival. Shadow. Dante.